Uh-oh, I missed something. Stand by. There it is. All right, welcome in everybody. It is another Monday. You made it through the weekend, starting your work week. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Um, we did not do anything. It was fabulous. Some rest and relaxation. So I enjoyed it. My back is feeling so much better now.
That made you comatose.
Because as the wife said, she made me comatose. So let's move this song along. No, no. Oh yeah, we'll listen to that one. Um, but yeah, it was a good weekend though. Today, like I said on Saturday, we'll be ending a little early today so I can go to my doctor's appointment. So we're doing another small set. So for my doctor's appointment, we're doing a field vision test. They want to see how good my peripheral vision is. They said it's a good indicator later on if you're developing glaucoma because peripheral vision is the first thing to go with glaucoma. So they want to get a baseline. She made me comb my toes. Yep, I have some hairy feet. How you doing, Alex? Congratulations on getting first, and congrats to Book for getting second. Hopefully Joe is doing good. Hopefully you're doing good with your shoulder. I know Book's having issues with her shoulder. Actually, I think yours is just your arm. But we got funny pieces. But we had a really good weekend, though, I think, anyway. This coming weekend, we got to do some cleaning and stuff because we have friends coming over the week after. So, and we didn't do our first of the month cleaning because we were out of town. All right, so here's bag 5, which has a little paper bag in it too. We got bag 3, bag 2, and bag 1 has a paper bag in it as well. And then we got stickers. Yay, stickers. Stay. Supposedly today is the last day of the heat advisory for the week, but I doubt it. Not doing the best. Arm's absolutely killing, and I have a pounding headache. Ugh. Oh, we got 2 paper bags in here. Fancy, fancy. I wonder what's in these bags. You can rip them open and find out, right? Teeny tiny pieces. I wrote him back in the letter. I told him it was not the perfect country and western song. He hadn't said anything at all about mama, or trains, or trucks, or prison, or getting drunk. So we got a big plastic bag and then a little paper bag for the little pieces. Oh, hey, it's got a little indentation here where you're supposed to rip it, not just anywhere like I did. There we go. Where's Marty McFly? But yeah, all last week, I had really bad back pain, and I was really fatigued all last week. Now, part of it might have been we had storms and stuff roll through last week, and that always messes with me. Uh, but it could also be from overworking myself the weekend prior. Ooh. There's Marty McFly with his little vest on. And then we got Doc Brown. Ooh. We got Butterfingers. Is this what we're doing, Amazon? We're doing all the slow country songs. No, no. We'll go with that for now. Doesn't ring a bell, but we'll go with that one. Better than the slow country songs. All right, now we got Doc Brown. Look at his hair though. It's all like that's pretty funny. All right. I think it was last night. Sounded like there was a gunfire outside our house, but I think it was just people shooting off fireworks, which they're not supposed to be doing because it's no longer the 4th. But the first couple, I thought, because they were like, it was like bam, 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 bam. So it sounded like someone just firing off rounds. But then there was a couple in like rapid succession that I was like, you know what? Maybe that's just fireworks. I didn't hear any sirens afterwards, so I'm guessing it was fireworks. I was not a fan of it though. This song is a bit aggressive. Okay. That song's just a bit aggressive today. I don't feel like being in that aggressive of a mood. Did I do something wrong? No, but it just looks weird. So on Saturday night, we did get both the second and the third boss taken out. So that's good. Turn down my speaker a little bit. So technically we've defeated all the bosses. However, I still feel like we haven't really beat the game. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to escape the ark. But I don't know how to do that. Run it right back. But now that we've done that, I'm going to leave the server up because my daughter and her friend are wanting to play. So I'm going to leave the server up. Let them play on it. But I think I'm going to move on to something else. I saw yesterday, a buddy of mine pointed out that Farm Sim has an emergency response pack. I think it's actually just called emergency pack, but basically you can run fire engines and go on calls and put out grass fires and pallet fires and cut people out of cars and remove trees from the roadway and stuff like that. I'm like, it's a farm sim game. If I want to play Firefighter Simulator, I will go and play Firefighter Simulator. I actually have that game. So I don't know what Giants is trying to do. I don't think they know what they're trying to do at this point. I'm getting closer to 100%ing FS19 though. Let's see. So far I've got chickens and sheep. I'm about to get the cows going. I'm making a bunch of TMR right now so I can feed the cows. So once I have a good supply of TMR, then I will go and buy my cows. I've got plenty of straw for bedding. And I get more every day because, well, not every day, but I get more all the time because I have a wheat field and a barley field. And whenever I harvest those, I get straw off of it. So I'll have plenty of straw. Plus, you need straw for TMR, which is total mixed ration. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm ready to 100% that game and then move on to 22 and 100% that game. The nice thing about 22 is the map that I'll be playing on is one that I I've done a lot of work on. And so it'll be a little bit easier, I think, because everything's already set up. Whereas in 19, I'm having to set up all the auto drive routes and stuff like that as I go. And in 22, those are already set up for me. But on 19, I still got to get pigs, which I don't have yet because I got to grow some root crop. I mean, I guess I technically don't have to. It just makes them, it makes it faster. So I guess if I go ahead and do it now, get the pigs now, they can start reproducing. Versus waiting until I can have them reproduce at 100% versus like 75. Maybe I'll do that when I log on to Farm Sim later. I'm also trying to get that $10 million in the account. I'm currently trying to purchase all the fields that are north of the railroad tracks and turn all those into hemp fields so I can get the most bang for the buck. Oh, there goes the sound of freedom. Talking to somebody at work the other day about my military career and how I do miss the fact that I didn't get to have a career flying, but at the same time, oh, before I screw that up, just going completely and totally dumb there. But it ended up working out for the best because I later found out that a lot of the guys that I was going to school with for that, they ended up, as soon as they got mission qualled, they deployed for 6 months, came home for 6 months, and they just kept that rotation for like 2 or 3 years. And at the time, my kids were kind of tiny, so I would have missed all kinds of stuff. First birthdays and first steps and first words and all those things. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Still would have been a hell of a lot of fun. All right, bag two. I have to slow down a little bit. I say that, then I'm going to have to rush at the end. Eyes lay me down alone again. Really, we have to put 8 of these? Why can't we just... What kind of BS is this? You tell me there's not a part out there that I can use that's better than this? Putting 8 singles on here. That's just dumb. Oh well. I am not the Lego master. No matter how much people at work call me the Lego master, I am not a Lego master, so I don't have the imagination required to do this. I did find somebody at work. They work in our admin office. Oh, I got a big old bushy beard. But they work in our admin office, and they are a Lego fan just like me. Oh, excuse me. They have a few items in their office. That's probably the best sticker I've ever put on a piece. And it's still off center, but it's probably the best. But anyway, he's more of a Star Wars fan. So he's got more Star Wars stuff. That's just not my cup of tea. But at least we have common ground, and we were sitting there chit-chatting. And my boss is like, hey, we got to go. We got stuff to do. Like, but I'm busy. I'm talking Legos. You shouldn't have introduced me if you didn't want me to talk Legos to the man. To be alone again. I also need to play some more Railroads Online so I can finish up those achievements. Like producing 100 barrels of oil. Not a big fan of the what happened to the door on my house?
Did your door? Did your house grow?
It hasn't gotten bigger, but it's missing the door. It used to have like a little door frame and door and everything. Now it's just a big open square. Anyway, beep. Hey, what's up, Psycho? Welcome in.
Oh, we got the band hammers.
Nobody. Psycho's that's his little intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whenever Psycho comes in, it says the cops are here, you better be good or he'll drop the band hammer on you. Here's my first moderator.
I was like, band hammer? What?
Yeah, Psycho was my first moderator. Hello. How was your weekend? Gatorade. Cheers. In case you didn't know, Psycho, I have my own merch. Community Lego build and a sneaky snacky. We'll finish up the ostrich jerky. Mm. Pretty good. All right. Mm. I'm doing pretty good. Doing much better than I was Friday and Saturday. This is the last bag of our community Lego build. Let's see here. What all pieces do we need? We need the little brown one. So, what's up? Oh. I'm not drinking the same thing that I had Saturday night. That was bad. I gotta find some unsuspecting people to drop that on. All right, we got these two pieces here.
Gotta mix it.
Nah. No mix, no mix, no mix. Okay, so this one goes here. And this one goes here. You know what? Let's do another one. Because that's just two small little pieces. We'll do another step. Because it was painful. We'll put it that it was painful. Are they not in there? Are they over here? Why would you put some in the bag with the small stuff and some in the bag with the big stuff? That makes no sense. Yeah, mistakes were made. When I bought it, I thought it was just watermelon moonshine. It was not. It was watermelon jalapeno. And I was drinking it straight. So that was... mistakes were made all around. There we go. We did two steps. We added these two brown pieces and these three orange pieces here. So the next time we will do step 55.
It's supposed to be 102 without the real thing.
Well, how in the world is the heat advisory ending today then if it's supposed to be 102 tomorrow without the real feel?
The one I heard off Alexis said it wasn't supposed to be done till tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, maybe I misread it then.
Maybe they extended it since you read it. But yeah, because they're predicting, you know, like on my Weather Channel thing, predicting what the days coming ahead. 102 tomorrow. Actual temp.
I don't think we're going to do what we're supposed to do tomorrow at work because I don't feel like dying. So
I'm a delicate flower. I can't be out that kind of weather.
So at work we have this trailer that we purchased so we can put our tiger dams in. And of course, you know, working for a state government, they're cheap. So we have to build the trailer ourselves. We could have purchased the trailer from the company that we bought the tiger dams from because they have the whole schematic and everything I think for the trailer and to fill it with Tiger Dams was like 150,000. And so far we bought, let's see, that was 70,000 for Tiger Dams and parts. And then we just purchased another 20,000 of Tiger Dams. And then we bought the trailer for 20,000. So we're at 110,000, and we still got to demo the trailer because we got to pull the walls out so that we can put the racks in, which is what we're supposed to do tomorrow. We're supposed to be demolishing the interior of the trailer so we can take it to the welder and get the stuff welded on, like the steel shelf, or we're doing aluminum shelves to keep the weight down. So, but we got to take all the plywood out, and we also have to, before we can take it to the welder, we have to put down the waterproofing non-skid stuff on the floor, so we're not slipping and falling, and it'll protect the wood because, you know, it's Tiger Dams. They're made to get wet because they're to prevent, well, they're to mitigate flood risk. I'm not going to say prevent floods, but they're going to mitigate flood risk. We also don't use the term flood control because we can't control the flood. So, but tomorrow on 100 and, what'd you say it was,
102 tomorrow is what they're predicting.
100
Without wind chill, without that.
102 temperature before you calculate in humidity. I don't feel like going out there and dying like that. That just sounds horrible. Dang it. Oh yeah. Cause it's the last time that I romanticized. Trying to drown us. It's time that I romanticize. But I think we're going to end up spending more on building the trailer ourselves than we would have if we just had them outfit it for us. But there again, the department that I work in is not emergency management focused. So we're slowly fixing that, but as of right now, that's kind of one of those things that's on the back burner. Too much, I want to feel you. Oh yeah, you need too much, cause it's the last time that I romanticize. But yeah, we're slowly changing hearts and minds when it comes to emergency management. The more we I'll put those too low. But the more disasters that we have, and the better we are at responding, the more our administration is learning that we're kind of an important thing to have. I mean, don't get me wrong. The organization's gonna survive regardless because it is a government entity. So it's just that with us, they receive less crap from the public. Whoa. Was this goodbye? Whoa. Not afraid to die. I mean, case in point, the organization survived before we ever came along. So the commission um, put in the meeting minutes back in 63, I think it was, that there would be an emergency management department. And really hasn't happened, at least not into the capacity that it is today, until 2019, which they hired their first true emergency manager right after the big flood. And he'd been in office for 4 months before COVID hit. No. He'd been in office for a month before COVID hit. So that's how new our emergency management department is. It's just now 7 years old. But it's getting there. We're trying to pioneer some stuff to try and get our organization to see how important it is. It is a little difficult, but we are able to utilize other states who have emergency management departments as well, and leverage those to our advantage for getting better equipment, getting better training, and stuff like that. We can do stuff like, hey, TxDOT does this. We probably should too. Or MoDOT does this, or Florida DOT does this, or Illinois or NDOT, whatever you want to call them. Indiana, and I think Indiana is NDOT. So, and that's helping us get a foothold in some of the stuff that we have been having issues getting buy-in with. But all in all, it's slowly getting there. Will it get it? Will it get to the point where I think it needs to be? Sure. During my tenure, I hope so. Um, Fortunately, as the older generation retires and moves out, and the younger generation starts moving up, they see the advantage in it. So that does make it easier for us to get stuff done. I'm not saying it's going to be the be all end all, but it helps. So there's that. And that. Speaking of DOTs, how's ODOT doing, Psycho? And what's she up to? If I can get somebody I recognize. And having 4 dogs, that's a lot of dogs. Somebody to bring me back to life. But yesterday evening, my son came to me saying his computer was running slow and he wanted to uninstall Steam because that was what he was trying to play was on Steam. And we had had an issue in the past where reinstalling Steam fixed it. And he's like, but I want to uninstall it and then reinstall it instead of doing basically like a repair, instead of doing a repair. I was like, yeah, sure, we can do that. So I walk out there and he's like, oh, it's uninstalling. It doesn't need your permission. I'm like, that's not how that works. And come to find out, he's just deleting the folder. And I was like, that's not how you uninstall. So I stopped the delete on the folder. And I went to uninstall it, but then I couldn't find the uninstaller. Not 100% sure what happened to it. So I logged in as administrator. Still couldn't find it. I was like, this is kind of weird. All right, well, we can do kind of a reinstall-ish thing, and then we can uninstall. So what I did is I started deleting some folders so that I could do a repair on it, a little reinstall, so to speak. And several of the folders weren't deleting. I was like, huh. So I opened them up, or at least attempted to open them up. Some of them were corrupted and unreadable. I was like, well, that's not good. So I sat there and I was messing around with it for a bit last night. Come to find out, his hard drive's dying. It's not quite dead yet, but it's dying. So I've got to order him a new one. But I did a check and repair on his computer, and golly, that took forever. It did eventually complete sometime last night. I gave up on it about 2 o'clock this morning. And I went to bed. So I don't know exactly when it got done, but it did get done and it did its reboot. I got the report on it, and it was not good. But I was able to delete most of the corrupted folders. There was still one that I couldn't delete. So I went to do a reinstall of Steam, but it said that the directory had to be empty. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen because it's corrupt. So I relabeled that as Steam Corrupt. And then I transferred over the Steam apps and the user data to another folder. And I reinstalled Steam and then transferred Steam apps and user data to that new folder that was created. Oh, that's why it looked that way. That's dumb, but okay. Okay, well, that's not so dumb now. Let's see how it lines up. Nope, not that one. But I thought, you know what? I'll get him an SSD. That way it runs faster. And, because he plays a lot of fast-paced games. My SSD will load faster, and I think he'll enjoy it more. Yeah, except for an SSD is stupid expensive. For a 2 terabyte SSD was $500. And I was like, nope, not doing that. So I got him a 4 terabyte old spinny disk for $200, which is what he currently has in it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Freaking $500 for 2 terabytes. What in the world happened to hard drive prices? I mean, I get it. I'm not a fan of long load times, but I also don't have that kind of money to just drop on a hard drive. I like how it told me which sticker to put on there, but I still went and verified that the sticker was going the right direction before I pulled it off. I know you told me it was sticker number 4, but I want to make sure that you really know that it's sticker number 4. It's like the whole I look both ways before crossing a one-way street because I don't trust people. All right. Oh crap! I still got to order that part for the old West train. Got a Pokemon incoming for those playing the Pokemon game. It is a Arctic Backs. Effective balls are fantasy balls and frozen balls. Where's the L? There it is. The balls of Ultra. One, two, three, four, five, and 6. And then we need number 2. You make me so bulletproof. Alright, so I need the thick side on the closest to the thingamajiggy. Not bad either. Alright, and this one goes right. right here. All right, ads will be starting in about a minute. We do 3 minutes worth of ads every hour to get rid of pre-rolls. That way, when people come in, they get to just see us and hang out. They don't have to watch ads right off the bat. But I do take all 3 minutes of those of the ads, put it into one block, and I do that at the top of every hour. Putting all 3 minutes into one block allows us to take a little breather, get up, grab a drink, stretch our legs, use the restroom, grab a snack, and then we can all come back here and start up again. During the ad break, I do not build. That way, if you don't have Twitch Turbo or a subscription, you won't miss any of the build. Because I know that's really what you're here for, is for the build. And we're in ads. So I will sit here and gather up some pieces for the next couple of steps. Actually, no, you know what? I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna find a service station. Oh yeah. I'm flying that rocket. I'm flying that rocket like 70 miles an hour. Oh shit. Oh, about to wreck.
Shit.
All right. Hope y'all enjoyed some of those clips from uh, previous streams. I need to take some of those clips and turn them into shorts and stick them on the U's of Tube.
Use Frosty to
Yeah.
mm-hmm. It'll look through your rod and pick shorts out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know things.
Dadgummit. My big fat gorilla fingers. Getting out of this place. Dang it, fan, stop blowing my page around. November 5th, 1955, October 26th, 1985. Where does that go? Right there. Okay. Sticker on number 5. Where's my tweezers? There's my tweezers. I'm sitting here thinking Firebot. You were saying Firebot does it, but no, you were saying Frosty. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how in the world Firebot's going to do it. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but no. So last week when I went and had my eye exam for my diabetes, the lady handed me this little chart and she goes, "Read me the lowest sentence that you can read." I was like, "All right, cool." So I read off the second to the lowest one and I was like, "Wait a minute, hang on a second." And so then I went and I read off the lowest one. She goes, "Okay, well, I guess that answers that." I was like, "Is that good?" She's like, "Sounds good to me." So you got contacts? I was like, "No, but I do have readers from when I'm working on my computer." She goes, "Well, it sounds like you got pretty good eyesight then, comparatively." So that's good. My diabetes hasn't messed with my eyesight yet. We'll put that in there before we put the other thing in there because then my big fat gorilla fingers can't get in there. There we go. Let's see here. So if this is like that, then that goes there. This one goes just like so. Both go there. Return me a little piece of me. Seems like my fish game's not working. Let's restart the fishing game. Probably because I did the be right back screen. Now we'll try it. There we go. Man, I'm an idiot. I skipped a whole step. It's Kevin's fault. Why am I sitting here trying to do this the hard way? I have brick separators.
The brick separator, you said?
No, I have brick separators.
I have 17 of them on my desk.
So do I. Got a whole tree of them over here.
You haven't seen my little basket.
Here's my brick separator tree. All those brick separators. And that's not even all of them. That one's an off-brand separator, but there we go. That is all my current brick separators. Blah, 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 blah. I need another teal one to put there so I can then do more rows of orange. If I do 2 sets of orange, 1 teal. Oh wait, no, I've been doing 2 of each. Okay. But yeah. I'll leave one of these out here. But there we go. the Tower O brick separators. Don't want to be too close to me. Broken heart. Now I can put this on here. About all of that. Na 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 na. Step 88, they have it highlighted with the little lightning bolt and everything as well. Because you got just regular old 87, and they did the 88 with the lightning bolt. It even comes from the other page all the way down. Na 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 na. All right, our last bag. There we go. Give me. Hate when they do that. When you have these here and they go different directions, they put one in one bag and one in the other. A black spotted grunt. I need two of these. And two of these. And two of these. Alright, so this goes right here. And that there. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. All right, once we put the windshield and stuff on, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Doc and Marty McFly in here. Doc Brown and Marty McFly. That way I don't have to take this part back off. I need 2 of these. 2 of those. 2 of those. 2 of those. And 2 of these. It's almost like we're going to make 2 of these. Franchised, Americanized, left here wondering why. Being it would stand. Bad habits. You're wondering why. Oh, leaning off to the side like that was starting to make my back hurt. Shouldn't do that. Get in the hole. There we go. Got less than 50 days till the start of college football season. Woo! Built my house on sand, hoping it would stand. Need that one. That one. Apparently I already put those on there, so that's cool. Cool story, bro. DMC. saw my phone light up, and it was an email reminder about my doctor's appointment here in about an hour and a half. But I wanted to make sure it wasn't a phone call from them canceling my appointment. That would suck. I would hope, though, that they would cancel it before now. But I guess if the doc has
Emergency.
an emergency, and can't really control that. But it wasn't. Nope, not that one. I need this one. I need this one. There's a Helipile timer ball reminder. All right, so this it attaches there, comes up through there, comes down through there, runs along the back side here, comes out through here, and then comes up. All right. There we go. All right, then we need this. Okay, place it. I'm gonna make it. Hell, bam, hell. All right, and this one attaches there. And here. And then comes down. Nope. There we go. All right. And then this. Stop moving. All right. So here's the big question. Do we want the Back to the Future car from 1955 with our big antenna here to grab the lightning? Or do we want to make the future one with Mr. Fusion? I think we should go with Mr. Fusion. Ah, it even says Mr. Fusion on it. That's awesome. License plate's just a barcode, but it is from the future. All right. on, clip in there. There we go. Come on. There we go. However, though, I like the old license plate, so I'm going to change out the future license plate with the classic California out of time license plate. Maybe. There we go. All right. That's a cool little build. See, I had to wrap the wire there underneath. And we got Mr. Fusion. Oh, my mirrors are a little, at least that mirror's a little off. DeLorean Motor Company, DMC. You don't see very many DeLoreans nowadays. All right. So, we still got a couple of minutes, but I want to run a poll and see what we want to do next. So, let me do this here. Create a new poll. All right. All right, let me grab a couple of items real quick. But I want to run a poll and see what y'all want me to build next. All right. So I have this train, or I have this train. So those are the two choices. Ugh. So, uh, we have the logging. Oh, you're building a.
What's the other one?
Uh, city freight train.
Allow additional votes.
Sure.
How long? 1, 2, 3, 5, or 10?
We'll do 10 minutes. Why not? So if you want to look up the sets yourself, we have the Lego City freight train. Actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. Put a link in, that way it's easier for them to find it. All right. So if you want the freight train, this is what it looks like. In case you missed the, okay, it's not letting me do it. There we go. Oh, that's a long, what you call it. Or we have, logging railway from Bricklink. Which is this one. So those are the two options in case you missed the pictures. The Lego City Freight Train is the oldest set in my backlog. Um, I'm pretty sure it's been in my backlog for like 3 years. But while we're waiting on that to go, let's go check out Bricklink. Let me bring up my interwebs. If I can find my interwebs.
No interrupts for you.
There we go. Check out the current series. When's the next crowdfunding? That's February. Okay, so these for Series 9 crowdfunding starts October 7th. Um Yeah, and I'm looking at the Wild West Blacksmith or the Fisherman's Village. Maybe the Wood Brick Depot, but that's kind of a small set, I think. That don't have to be cheap. I'm surprised the Pumpkin Patch made it, but
Enough people voted for it.
yeah.
I like the pumpkin patch, but if it releases in October, it's not gonna come till say April, and then I'd have to hold it over for 5 months for Halloween. If it's like $20 to $30, maybe.
Yeah, that looks like that'd be a pretty cheap set. So does the Freight Depot. I mean, I would like it. Like the idea behind it too.
I don't know. That could still be close to $100. How many pieces is it? Scroll down. It should tell you.
Oh. Oh yeah, 2,000 pieces.
2,000 pieces. Yeah, that'll easily be like 150, 200 bucks.
Yeah. I don't think I could spend that much on that. It's neat and all, but
It's very simplistic, despite the amount of.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 500 or less from the picture, but
565. So that'd be a $50 set.
yeah,
A Sleepy Dragon Inn.
I
3,000
I was
pieces.
gonna say, I bet it's about 3,000. So it's probably gonna be between
Probably
250 and 300.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'd say about 250-ish. The Fisherman's Village probably 4,000.
Ooh,
Good.
that's gonna be like $400.
That's gonna be expensive. I don't think it's gonna be 400, but it's definitely gonna be 300 plus. I don't think I could go for that. 2,500 for the blacksmith.
Maybe about $200. Probably.
Yeah.
What does it look like inside? Like scroll through the picture.
Oh, we got a forge and an anvil. Got some rods for heating up.
Mm-hmm.
Got a grinding wheel. Bed. It's got some detail in it. Oh, look, he's even got a pistol under the
Yeah.
pillow.
A gun. That's pretty detailed.
Yeah, that's some pretty good detail. Oh, so the windmill here moves and it moves the
The
oh
forge, like the air thing up and
yeah,
down.
bellows. It moves the bellows. That's cool.
That is pretty neat.
Let's see what the inside of this looks like. Oh, so it's like a little postal thing. Got a little scale. You can't even reach that. Little mailboxes. Oop.
And this is still part of the blacksmith.
No, this is the train station. Freight depot.
There's the toilet. Has a little
Uh,
chain to pull
Yeah.
and toilet paper.
I mean, I like the crane too, so I can load freight and stuff. If I had to choose, golly, I probably want the blacksmith more than this. I do like this though.
Go to the hotel.
Oh, wow. That opens up pretty big.
Oh, I like when they open.
Got a little bar in there. Got cups hanging on the walls. Even got a little upstairs. The stairs go all the way up.
It looks like the fireplace and stuff are lit up. Doesn't it look like they're lit?
It does. Same with the little candles and stuff. I doubt they are though.
I doubt they are too, but I'm saying in the picture.
They might have just made them lighter so they stand out. Turn the trunk to make the end come alive. Oh, the tree trunk.
Right, so
The chicken turns in the
it
fireplace like a grill.
and he
The
dances.
carpet turns to make people dance. And the bard moves back and forth to the rhythm of the music. That's cool.
That's amazing.
So the city freight train won. All right. So that'll be the next big build that we do. Oh, they're playing cards at the table.
And a table upstairs. 2 tables upstairs.
And then you go up another floor and you got the bedrooms.
Oh, that's nice.
With the spider web on the ceiling.
Of course, because it's an old inn.
Right. Then you have your adventurers and your innkeepers.
You get eight minifigures plus a cat.
Yeah.
We could just put our Dungeons and Dragon people in there.
Right. That's pretty neat though. I like the where you can turn the tree trunk and it makes the whole thing come alive. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at the Fisherman's Village since we looked at all the others. I mean, it's got a lot. You got 3 separate buildings, plus the lighthouse, plus a boat. Gifts and souvenirs building. He's got a model of the Endurance and a model of the Titanic. That's cool. Like I guess that's supposed to be a ship in a bottle. The Earth, a globe. General store. I don't think these open. I think they're just open in the back. I don't think they actually open up. Got an artist up there on the 2nd floor of the bakery.
I'll see what they come out to. Because the average is something like 7 cents per brick.
Yeah. All right. We didn't look at all the pictures of the pumpkin patch, though. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's not like an inside.
Yeah. Got your little scarecrow, your pitchforks. It would be cool if they expand on it and you can make it like a different garden for the different seasons and stuff.
Right, like have maybe like, I don't know, watermelons during the summer. And
Yeah.
pumpkins during the winter. I mean, the fall, you know.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to a certain extent, you could change things out yourself.
True. But it'd be kind of neat to see a, sets that come out that complement it.
Right.
And then let's see here. That's Series 9. So Series 10. Another Old West or Wild West train station. Space
Look
Cafe.
at the firehouse.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the bottom two are. Your food is covering them.
Medieval tournament jousting and a kiosk.
I don't know that I like any of those really. Maybe the kiosk. What is that? Probably a small set.
It
Or
is
like a
700
news-
parts.
Yeah, like a newsstand or something maybe.
Oh, or a coffee shop because he's got a coffee cup. It's got a little menu. Looks like muffins and drinks. So yeah, probably a little coffee kiosk.
Yeah, like a little cafe, coffee, newspaper, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the little, little kiosk in like the middle of downtown. Just quick pick up things.
Yep. You got a whole bunch of donuts and pastries and stuff. Got your little stove and stuff over there. It's a cute little kiosk. This Wild West train has a crane. 3,000 parts. Oh, they're moving cannons. Wow. Lucky Town. There's not going to be any pictures of the inside. Here we go. Wow. To get to Brick City's $5. Ooh, that's expensive train ticket.
How far is Brick City?
I don't know, but for back then, that was expensive. Oh, is it not going to let me snooze my ads?
It might let, well, show me. I can see it in my view.
That's what I was fixing to go was. Oh,
I can snooze it.
yeah, go ahead and
I
snooze it.
snoozed it.
I'm gonna look at the firehouse real quick and then we'll raid out. Oh, so you turn this little crank here and it opens and closes the garage door. Cute little fire truck. Oh, you got a little pole in the back that they can slide down. Oh, they got the little fire suits over here. That's cool. That's a neat little set. It's got a guy in a hot dog suit. Yes, I got a doctor's appointment that I have to go to at 3, so we're gonna raid out so I can make sure I can get to my doctor's appointment on time. All right. There we go. You're just fighting sleep right now? That's always fun. All right. Hey, GH is on. He won't mind if I raid and run. And he's doing Lego, which is what we were doing. So, we'll raid out to GH. I don't think I've raided into him in a while either. We'll get him a shout out in case you get left behind. You know where we went. Bonk my head so I shouldn't fall asleep. Well, you shouldn't do that. It's not a good idea to bonk your head.
I've been trying to hurt yourself.
Right. All right. You can pick which one you want. We have 2 different raid messages. But thank you all for coming and hanging out. We got our DeLorean all done up with Mr. Fusion. So we don't have to worry about needing lightning to strike in order to time travel now. We can make our own 1.2 gigawatts. And so with the poll, we got the city freight train is going to be our next build. So, and that's this thing right here. The oldest set in my backlog. So we'll start that next time. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your work week. Don't forget that Book will be streaming tomorrow. Are you doing Book After Dark tonight?
Yeah.
She's got Book After Dark tonight. She has a puzzle for everybody to play with. So make sure y'all check out her puzzle. And we'll see y'all next Saturday for Beer and Steer. Bye.